Nothing in this podcast is intended as investment advice, and the people in this podcast may hold positions in the stocks they talk about. Do not buy any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to the Midweek Takeaway. Today we're joined by special guest Kerry Chambers, CEO of Acuity Risk Management. Welcome back, Kerry. How's things?
Yeah, very good. Nice to see you both. Hi, Phil. Hi, Kevin.
Very good. So obviously some great news just released with Acuity securing the 3-year contract worth $388,000 with a potential extension for an additional year for the software platform Stream used by private and public sector clients for cybersecurity and enterprise risk management. The client is a British government organisation undertaking a major risk management programme, opening possibilities for future contracts. The increasing awareness of cybersecurity in both public and private sectors, along with the rising severity and publicity of security incidents, is driving the market for cybersecurity protection. Sounds very promising. Tell us more, please, Kerry.
Yeah, so we're obviously absolutely thrilled to have been awarded this contract from this particular government department. So as you said, it's a contract over 3 years with an option for them to extend. It really demonstrates to me the trust that the public sector is placing in Acuity's capability. It validates the value that we bring to the table. This particular partnership really reinforces our position as a trusted advisor when it comes to risk management solutions. As you said, our expectation is that this contract win is going to attract more opportunities, that it should be the precursor in the public sector and open the door for an increasing number of new customer partnerships in this space.
Yeah. So you were telling us about the government system that has allowed Stream to help. So can you expand a little bit on that for people?
Well, I can't go too much into detail about this particular program, but this customer is rolling out a major cybersecurity program, as it says in the announcement. It's a long-term program. We expect to see this expand over time. But more generally, across the public sector, there's a real push for government departments to use what they call the secure by design, which is really a methodology to understand that from the ground up, they're looking at the security of the assets that are being designed, or whatever process is in place, it's done in a secure manner. And so what this organisation and what other organisations and departments, will be able to do is use the functionality in Stream, which really caters to allowing organisations to follow methodologies step by step. They can configure those methodologies to their, they could be well-known threat methodologies like TARA, for example, or it could be something that's unique to the organisation or the sector, like Secure by Design, and that's been really key in terms of our conversations on around this particular contract.
So you're in discussion with other government departments and hoping that those things are going to sort of come to pass if things work out well?
So we are in conversations for expansion with this particular department, but this contract is really an excellent opportunity for us to be able to demonstrate to, the wider public sector our capabilities. It's an opportunity for the public sector to enhance their own cyber risk management practices. So using Stream allows the customer, the end user, to stay ahead of the evolving threats that they're all seeing, protect that sensitive data that they have, ensure continuity of their critical services, and protect their really valuable assets. So yeah, we see this as a real opportunity to expand both in this department, but also across the sector.
So how have the first few weeks of CEOdom been for you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Yeah, no, so I was thrilled, obviously, to be appointed as CEO of Acuity. I'm really looking forward to leading the team over the coming months and years, driving the company's growth to new heights. Yeah, it's an exciting challenge and one that I'm looking forward to. I do want to be able to take the opportunity to say thank you to the people that have supported me in getting to this point, but really, it's the people within the organisation that are going to be the success of the organisation, and I'm really looking forward to leading them to that.
That's great. And from a financial perspective then, can you see the pipeline growing ahead of you?
Yeah, for me, a contract win like the one that we're talking about today, it's a stepping stone, I guess, towards our broader strategic vision. We're seeing huge growth and potential, in the UK public sector, but wider afield. I think I've talked to you guys before about the US being a target market for us. So our goal is to expand our market presence both here in the UK, but also in the US market, forge those new partnerships, those new alliances, and just continue to deliver really innovative risk management solutions that are addressing the client's challenges as they evolve, because with cybersecurity in particular, those are evolving at quite a rapid pace.
Yeah, and using Stream, I take it, Stream is the package, but at the end of the day, you are managing that and developing that for each individual client so that it fits their system.
100%, yeah. So one of the differentiators, I guess, that set us apart from our competitors is the team. So we are known for our kind of deep subject matter expertise. So alongside the platform, and I'll come back to the platform in a second, are the support services that go around that. So our consulting services team, our account management team, are all very, experts in terms of being able to understand the position that the organizations of our clients find themselves in and be able to kind of offer best practice when it comes to looking at solutions. But then in terms of the technology, when Stream was initially developed, it was to fill a gap in the cyber risk management space, but Stream has evolved over the years, and we're very, very good with cybersecurity, but equally as good in terms of looking at other areas of risk for an organization. So enterprise risk management, privacy, third party, so supply chain risk management. Organizations more often nowadays have to get that complete holistic view, and that's very easily done with Stream. It's not modular like it could be in other platforms and solutions that are out there. So yeah, we see that as a great advantage.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, we're currently seeing cosmetics conglomerate Estee Lauder experiencing operational disruption in the wake of a recent cyber attack, and I think this involves 2 different cyber crime gangs. So with the market for cybersecurity protection on the rise, I think you've answered one of these questions just then. What sets Acuity Group apart from its competitors in delivering effective and award-winning risk mitigation solutions? And how could it protect or prevent someone like Estee Lauder from suffering such issues in the future?
Yeah, so Stream is built on an integrated risk management approach. So it allows organizations to be proactive in their approach to risk. So using a platform like Stream, they will be able to anticipate and have controls in place. Never going to eradicate, all of those situations, but by using Stream, they get a really good viewpoint of what potentially could happen. Be prepared, know what they're going to be able to do in that situation, and improve their risk posture as an organization and really kind of mitigate, particularly the financial exposure that might come, and the reputational damage that would come along with any kind of cyber attack.
So it's almost like it can offer like a pre-management and a post-management if something bad does happen. It kind of almost handholds them throughout a scenario or a what would you say, exactly that sort of attack.
Yeah, absolutely. So they'll be able to, by using Stream, they would be able to anticipate what might happen. They will understand that the controls that are in place, and are they prepared? Are their assets secure in the way that they think that they are? They understand and they can use it to quantify that risk and understand, the actual financial risk to the organization. And by, if they were to apply new controls, how that risk then fluctuates, if they were to invest more in their cybersecurity defense. And then, like you say, and then post, should they be subject to an attack or some kind of issue, then they'll be able to use Stream to be able to see where those controls let them down potentially and where they weren't, where things need to be strengthened. And so it gives them that view so that they hopefully wouldn't be able to find themselves in that position in the future. It also helps organizations to be able to demonstrate that they were looking at this. It is, very defensible having a platform like Stream in place to be able to demonstrate to regulatory authorities that, they were thinking about this, that they had made plans for, events or issues to happen. And so that is something that also helps organizations that we work with.
Or even I presume you're insurer for this type of thing as well. It would be quite interesting to have some sort of link up with the cybersecurity insurance company that could be, please take Stream, and we will insure you at a cheaper price if you go down this route.
It certainly does help organizations when they're looking at their insurance in this sector, if they have something that they can demonstrate to those insurers that they're using to be able to, show that they've thought about the position that the organization is in. Insurance, actually, funnily enough, as we go through the year, we have planned campaigns, and working with the insurance customers and the insurance market is one of the things that we do, and we will be doing some white papers later on in the year that specifically focuses on the insurance market.
How do you measure the efficacy of the system then? Is there something in place that says these companies that have taken Stream have been subject to a cyber attack or any, you know what I mean? How do you measure that?
It's about the organization of it, I guess. So if you think of an organization that doesn't have Stream, they may be looking at their risk assessments or risk management on a different platform that has very siloed management. So they don't get to see what's happening in different parts of the organization. So a lot of the time they could be doubling up on efforts. So if you think of some of the frameworks that allow organizations to check against, I guess, to see that they've got the right controls in place, some of those will differ. Well, a lot of those will differ from one geographic region to another. And so having Stream within the organization will allow them to see quite easily whether the controls that they have in place for, say, the UK regulatory authorities protects them with the US regulatory authorities or the European ones and so on, and reduces the effort, because if they're not using Stream, they're probably doing that on multiple spreadsheets that are being sent around an organization that are liable to, corruption, error, a lot of human error in that place. It could come into play there. And so being able to demonstrate that that they've got those frameworks in, that's been verified, that they're checking against the controls that are handed down from, either governments or regulatory authorities, helps should they be in a position where there's a breach, that they can then show that this, they were doing these things, but it won't completely remove, an organization being the victim of some kind of attack. So we're not a threat detection system. We help organizations manage how they're going to plan that defense and understand whether they need to put additional threat detection or additional security in place.
Almost like a crisis management solution.
Almost, yeah.
Very good. So, Kerry, it's the summer. It's the midweek takeaway. What's it to be?
I am having a takeaway, and it is Italian pizza for me tonight.
Oh, okay. Italian pizza. Sounds
Italian pizza. And I think it's on its way.
Very good. Italian pizza. And a glass of white wine, I presume, or...
Well, it is midweek, so maybe not on a school night. Might save that till Friday, but I'm sure it won't be too far away.
Very good.
Very good. Very good. Kerry Chambers, CEO of Acuity Risk Management, thanks very much for your time.
Okay, great to speak to you both. Thank you.
Yep, thanks, Kerry.
This podcast was brought to you by Roast PR Limited. If you would like to appear on a future episode of The Sunday Roast, please email admin@thesundayroast.net